We begin with breaking news. A suspect now behind bars after a man was shot to death on Detroit's west side. Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop.
And I'm Taryn Asher. The victim's girlfriend says they were moving out when the landlord shot him in the chest. Fox 2's Dave Spencer joining us live with the latest. And yeah, how did this all begin? This is awful.
It truly is, Taryn and Roop. Yeah, we're here at the corner of Kentfield and Puritan in Detroit, where an active investigation has been going on since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. It all centers around the house that you see over my shoulder there with the dumpster in front of it. That pretty much is the crux of the issue, according to the fiance of the person who was shot, who I spoke with just minutes ago. They said that there's been an ongoing dispute between the landlord and the tenant that has taken them to court, and it's been battling out for months. And then I guess today was supposed to be an eviction day that the fiance said that they weren't aware of. So they came home around 1:30 in the afternoon. They noticed that there was that dumpster right in front of the house, and they went inside to take a further investigation to see what was going on, as they saw all of their belongings, literally everything they own, inside that dumpster. They said once they entered the house, they noticed there were some people inside, including the landlord. The person who was shot eventually went downstairs, and there was some words exchanged between the landlord and the person who was shot, according to the fiance. Then she heard those shots and noticed that he was bleeding. She immediately got out of the house, called 911, and that's when this police investigation has started here. And that was right around 3 o'clock. We have since learned that that person did die after being taken to the hospital, according to the fiance. Here's a little bit more from what she had to say from her vantage point.
I hear him go down the stairs, and I hear him say again very loudly, "Hey, what the F are y'all doing in here? You're not supposed to be here. Get the F out." Then I hear a repetition of gunshots.
Again, this investigation is still in the early stages. We do know that they are not looking for anyone per se. We're still waiting for the police deputy chief to come out and give us a statement. We're told that they're en route to the scene, and that we should learn more from what exactly transpired from the police's investigational standpoint in just a few minutes. And as soon as we get that information, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. For now, reporting live in Detroit, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Yes, certainly you gave us a lot of information for early on in this investigation, but just wondering, Dave, though, at this point, do you know, did the victim have a weapon by chance? Could this maybe develop into a case of self-defense?
Now, according to the fiance that I spoke with, I asked her that very question. She says that he does own a firearm, but that it was locked away and that it wasn't on his person. Of course, all of this is going to be unfolding in the investigation. We'll have a chance to ask police that very thing once they arrive and are able to kind of discern what they know at this point and what they could release at this point. And again, as soon as we get that information, we'll pass it on.
All right, we'll check back in with you then. Thanks so much, Dave.
Well, tragedy strikes a Shelby Township family overnight when a woman is killed in a rollover crash.
The family now facing an unthinkable loss, while the driver suspected of causing the crash recovers in the hospital. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards talked to one witness who says, sadly, there was nothing anyone could do.
It was heartbreaking. It was too much. It was hard. The fact that we couldn't do much for this young woman to save her life.
Manuela Valenti grieving, remembering the fatal crash she witnessed Monday night in Macomb County.
We saw the mom arrive after everything was said and done. The body was already taken out. She was pronounced dead on the scene. The screams.
Those screams, she says she'll never forget. The Macomb County Sheriff's Office says Monday around 7:30 p.m., a white Dodge Ram truck was driving southbound on Hayes Road near 21 Mile when it allegedly crossed the center turn lane and slammed head-on into a white Mazda heading northbound. They say the Mazda rolled over a few times, crashing into a fence. Valenti was driving with her husband when it all happened.
All I heard was a bang, and a bunch of debris just went into my field of vision in the middle lane.
She says traffic came to a complete stop. Valenti, her husband, and others got out of their vehicles to try and help. Neighbors in the homes nearby joined them.
My husband came in with a flashlight because I'm on the phone. I can't do both things at the same time. He came with a flashlight, and that's when I saw the woman hanging upside down inside the car. She was trapped.
Valenti remembers hearing her breathe. Valenti asked for scissors to cut the seatbelt to help get her out, but says ultimately there was nothing anyone could do.
We thought there were many more people in the car because I saw baby blankets, like children blankets inside. So I started panicking because, of course,
You panic.
She says deputies and first responders were at the scene immediately. They pronounced the victim, a 45-year-old woman from Shelby Township, dead and confirmed that no one else was in the vehicle with her. She says the other driver, a 17-year-old, was taken to the hospital suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. He's expected to be okay. As for Valenti, she says it's all been tough to digest. She hopes this crash prompts others to drive safely and slowly.
It's the middle of the holidays, and this family is going to be shattered forever.
The Macomb County Sheriff's Office says that the investigation is ongoing, and as of right now, they do not believe alcohol to be a factor in the crash. Reporting here in Macomb County, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
A decision tonight in the case of a Grosse Pointe mother whose teenage son crashed into a pole, killing his passenger last year.
Yeah, the Wayne County prosecutor has decided not to issue charges. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin with reaction from the victim's mother.
Every holiday, every corner of every street, the high school, everywhere I go reminds me of what I lost.
A hard holiday season getting even tougher on Ann Vanker after learning the mother of a 16-year-old boy who police say was speeding in a crash that killed her son Flynn will not face charges.
I used to love Christmas, buying presents for all my kids, and to think it's like a hole, you know what I mean? It's just inconceivable to me and unspeakable.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy said there was not enough evidence to charge the mother of the driver. Police say Flynn McCrell was the passenger in a 2021 BMW X3 driven by his 16-year-old friend who was allegedly doing over 100 miles an hour in a 25 miles per hour zone before losing control, taking down a post and slamming into a tree. Flynn had just left his house 5 minutes before tragedy struck.
Flynn was 6'4". He was big and broad, and he was so calm. He never had a bad thing to say about anyone. He never he would never co-sign that kind of driving.
The driver was charged with second-degree murder, but Flynn's mother wanted the driver's mother charged since he was a minor at the time of the crash and says that his mother texted him numerous times about his alleged speeding habits, telling him to slow down. But the prosecutor's office says that the mother was not directly or indirectly involved in any way, and they stand behind the charges against the driver. Flynn's mom says she will not stop fighting for justice.
Flynn would be sad because he'd never want this kind of tragedy. He would never want the people that he loved and cared about to have to go through this.
Meantime, the 16-year-old will be back in court in January with the trial set to begin in February. In Grosse Pointe, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
All right, cloudy and mild today, but colder temperatures are on the way, so don't complain too much about today.
Well, and perhaps some festive flurries, too, to look a little nicer out there, right? Fox 2 Weather Authority, Rich Luhrmann.
We're going to see a little bit of snow over the next couple of days, especially Wednesday evening. Right now, still on the mild side, 45 degrees. We saw a couple of thin spots in the clouds today. Notice the colder numbers up north. Marquette's at 25. There's Chicago at 32. Oshkosh, Wisconsin, 30 degrees. How about some live pictures up in Gaylord? It looks more wintry there. They're a bit colder. They've had some light flurries today. But for the rest of tonight, we may see a couple of sprinkles overnight tonight. It is going to be cooler with lots of clouds down to 32. And then this cold blast arrives tomorrow evening with a few heavier snow showers. It stays cold for Thursday and Friday. Perhaps another round of light wintry mix on Saturday for us. We're going to check that full 7-day route coming up in 10.
All right, thanks so much. The Detroit Lions staying busy both on and off the field. Several players stopped by Children's Hospital of Michigan this morning to brighten some days and spread some holiday cheer to young patients and their families.
Well, that's not all.
Kids are here on Sundays, Thursday night games, Monday night games, and they are, they love the Lions and they want to watch them anytime at home or in the hospital.
This is my second year here in Detroit, and so just the support that this city gives, it's always awesome to give back, and it's awesome to come meet these children, put a smile on their face. It's been great.
Yeah, they did a lot today. Cornerback Taryn Arnold helped surprise a teacher at Southeastern High School with some very exciting gifts.
Yeah, Fox 2's Liz Lewin was there.
And then they pushed me in, and they said, "This is for you." And I said, "For me?" And I I was like, mojo. I couldn't believe it. This was a true surprise.
Meet Miss Nkenge Robertson, the 9th and 10th grade English teacher here at Southeastern High School.
I always say there would be no player, no doctor, no anything without a teacher. So to see us honored, celebrated by such a great team, it makes me feel good.
On Tuesday, this Metro Detroit teacher was brought to tears as a gymnasium full of her students, coworkers, bosses, and loved ones came together to celebrate her. Oh, look who else stopped by. Detroit Lions cornerback Taryn Arnold. And he came with a very big gift in tow, a check of $3,000.
Teachers are underpaid, undervalued, and I mean, we wouldn't be in the position we were in, or a lot of us athletes wouldn't be in the position that we are in if it wasn't for them.
Which is why, back in October, the Detroit Lions organization launched their brand new program, Touchdown for Teachers. It's all to celebrate Michigan teachers and their outstanding work.
The reason why we're all here today is to celebrate you.
Out of 1,000 nominees, 3 Michigan teachers, including Miss Robertson, were selected by the Lions and gifted a $3,000 grant, a custom Lions jersey, 250 tickets to the Game Above Sports Bowl, and 2 tickets and sideline passes when the Lions take on the Buffalo Bills. Talk about generous.
She is for the students 100%.
Community. That's what this team and this school are all about.
I'm speechless. I don't know how to teach for the rest of the day.
Way to go, Miss Robertson. Liz Lewin, Fox 2 News.